Hi everyone, welcome to Module 1B Session 1, where we'll review and critique a policy brief. So this week we're going to do an educational exercise to review and critique a policy brief. A policy brief is an important tool in public health promotion and advocacy. It's a concise summary of a particular issue, policy options to deal with it, and then some recommendations on the best option. It's aimed at government policymakers and others who are interested in formulating or influencing policy. The purpose of the exercise this week is to familiarize you with this important tool in public health nutrition. As a public health professional, you're going to be expected to write such policy briefs, and in this course, you'll be expected to write a policy brief such as this in the spring. So, by September 25th at midnight, you are going to complete the following tasks. So we have some lectures. You're going to be watching 2 lectures, and if you've found me here, then you know that there is one and have probably found the other, located in the lectures folder. You're going to have some content, so there are some documents in the readings folder. There's a discussion in the discussions folder, where you'll respond to the initial post and then a classmate's post, and then you have your session 1 assignment. So just make sure that you really manage your time here so you can make sure that everything is turned in by the 25th at the end of the day, so 11:59. So I'm just going to click on here so you can see what is going on. So as you can see here, under lectures, you're going to see the art and craft of policy briefs in addition to the lecture that I'm giving right now on the overview of the assignments. And then there are a variety of optional lectures. These optional lectures are just on some different topics in public health nutrition that you might be interested in navigating. So if you're still trying to figure out what wicked problem you want to solve, those might be something you want to look at. But really, it's just the art and craft of policy briefs, an 18-minute video, plus this video that's required. If we go back to our weekly content and go back to our folders, you can see there are a variety of readings too. And with these required readings, there are a few required readings. So you have the biofortification policy brief, and half of you will be reading that for your assignment. The stunting policy brief, half of you will be reading that one for your assignment. And then there are 3 additional required readings. So one is writing effective reports, another is bias and causal associations in observational research, and the last is a framework for analyzing public policies, a practical guide. So those should really help you with your assignment number 1. And then there are a bunch of optional different readings as well to, again, help you start to navigate and formulate your ideas for what wicked problem you want to solve. So then, if we go back here to Module 1B, you can see there's a discussion section. And just like in the first discussion section, you click there and press Create Thread. And once you press Create Thread, this should come up. So this week we're going to start thinking about the wicked problem we want to work to solve. I know I've talked to some of you about the problem that you're hoping to solve already, and I might have approved that, or you might be working on a grant or a project. This is a time to communicate with your classmates about what you're addressing, why you're passionate about it, and to connect with some other people who have similar ideas to you. It's great to share resources and to collaborate on literature reviews. That's something as public health professionals that all of you are going to be doing throughout your careers as public health nutritionists. So what I want you to do is just for your first thread, answer these 4 questions. So what is a potential problem you'd like to address, or what is the problem that you've decided to address? Why do you want to address this problem? Why is it important for your personal and or professional life? What information do you need to gather in order to understand the problem better? And what help or assistance do you need from your instructor or your classmates to narrow your focus? And it might be to narrow your focus, or if you have a project you're already working on, you might just be a little confused as to how you are going to take this project and incorporate it into the guidelines for the course. So we can definitely have conversations about that. You can expect in early October, we're going to be setting up some phone calls or FaceTime sessions with each other and with fellow students, so we can really start to get into the meat of this and figure out what your final product is going to be. And it might look exactly like a policy brief, and it might look slightly different. So then you are going to find a classmate who has some sort of similar interest to you in terms of where your wicked problems intersect and connect with them. So I encourage collaboration, and we'll be talking about different ways to do that throughout the semester. So that is our discussion, which is really exciting because this is where we start to get to know each other and each other's interests. So the last little piece of our weekly content is going to be the assignment. So as you can see, there is a little folder that says assignments, and when we click on the assignment, you can see there's a little document that you can click on that's the session 1 assignment, and then there are a couple of different resources that are just available for you if you need a little bit of help. So in order to submit the assignment, all you do is click on the assignment, and then there will be an opportunity to upload files, and you can get the instructions for the assignment right here. So wants to come up. All right, so session 1 assignment. So as you can see here, there are 2 different articles that we're going to be evaluating. So one is biofortification and the other is stunting. So if your last name begins with A through K, then you evaluate biofortification. If your last name begins with L through Z, then you're going to evaluate stunting. So when we look at the policy review critique, you can see that there are some guidelines here in terms of the general approach to writing your review and critique. So you're first going to summarize, then criticize, and then take a look at, evaluating according to some of these different lists here of items that are attributes of successful policy briefs. So just take a look at this. Let me know if you have any questions. Some improvement suggestions might be, this is missing some information. They need to give more weight to specific elements, provide more evidence, provide more opinion, incorporate additional details, etc., etc. And there might be some things that are going really well with that stunting and biofortification brief. So just make sure that you're going through this process and really evaluating each of those briefs with a critical eye. And that is the last section for our session 1, module 1B, and really the first assignment for this course. So I'm really looking forward to reading all of your work and reading about your ideas this week in the discussion session, and just getting to know you a little bit better. So good luck, everyone, and as always, please feel free to email me at lhutchinson@umass.edu, or give me a phone call either on my cell at 413-230-0157 or in my office at 413-552-2300 if you have any questions or concerns as you embark on these different assignments and activities. All right, have a great day, everybody.